It is Friday, October 14th in the MLB, and I'm Austin from Calling Our Shot.
And I'm Logan from Calling Our Shot.
We're back with our two favorite picks of the day. We got 3 games on today. Favorite picks coming your guys' way.
As always, guys, you know exactly what I'm going to say. I'm going to tell you to go down and hit that subscribe button. It really does help Austin and I grow this channel, and it helps inch us closer to our 50,000 subscriber milestone. You guys have absolutely been killing it in the community.
Yeah, keep showing all the love. If you want to go show love on those other videos you've already posted, our parlays and player props video for Week 6 will be live today at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Be on the lookout for that. NFL Week 6 Best Bets video live. And then obviously our college football Week 7 Best Bets video is live as well. Let's recap yesterday, though. 1-0 day, Logan. Quick and easy. Mariners team total under 3 runs. So you didn't have to sweat that one. You kind of did. They scored 2 runs, and then you had to sweat and hopefully not get that push run, but they do get it done. We had the Guardians money line play, but that game was obviously postponed to today. That's the earliest start at 1 p.m. We'll talk about that game in a little bit. Our parlay of the day, technically cash. We have another parlay coming your guys' way at the end of the video. We have a couple new All-Stars. As always today, we love to see this list grow day in and day out. If you want to support the channel, go hit the join button below the channel. Logan and I love seeing this list grow. A couple new ones, Luis, Ben, Tony, and Samuel. We appreciate you guys as always. Logan, congrats on the winner yesterday. I demand another one today on this Friday, glorious day of baseball.
Yesterday was so ridiculously sweaty, but I wouldn't have any other way, right? When you pick a team total at only 3 runs, the books know something, right? And we've been, we have to do a lot of line reading a lot in these. But today, I'm going to the Dodgers versus Padres game. Great game, great series. I'm taking the over 3.5 total runs in the first 5 innings in this one. -120 odds on BetMGM's your best value. Now, look, I looked at these 2 starting pitchers and I said either of them are liable for some run opportunities. Let's start with my boy Blake Snell, right? I love me some Blake Snell. 3.86 ERA and a 1.57 WHIP versus the Dodgers in 3 starts. You look at that, and honestly, I think that ERA should be higher given that WHIP. Honestly, when it's above a 1.5, earned runs don't always tell the full story. Look at his walks, right? Snell. 3 and 4 walks against the Dodgers. That translated to 0, 5, and 1 earned runs in those games. Now, look, you can look at baseball all you want, and the laziest stat is just looking at earned runs and thinking that tells the full story. When you're walking guys, you're putting base runners on, and with a team like the Dodgers, that's danger, right? A solo home run can turn into a 3-run blast just because you put some runners on bases. And Blake Snell is notorious for coming out and struggling with command at times. I could easily see him doing that today. Look at these Dodgers hitters versus Snell too. I pulled their splits. Well, fortunate for us, Cody Bellinger, Mr. Strikeout, that gave you Darvish a couple of Ks. He's not in the lineup today. We know that Barnes should be starting. He's seen Blake Snell pretty well. 3 for 7, batting .429 versus Blake Snell. Freddie Freeman absolutely hits Blake Snell very well. He's hitting .444. Mookie Betts hitting .231 with a home run in there. There are a lot of Dodgers hitters 1 through 9 that can do some damage. If Blake Snell's missing his spots, they will for sure put it in the seats. The Dodgers are hitting .254 this series. They bring the bats to San Diego. I'm pretty confident that they're going to hold up to their end of the bargain. They should be able to get some hits and runs up on Blake Snell in the first 5 innings in this one. Now let's look at the other side, right? I've got Tony Gonsolin going on the other side. 0.71 ERA and a 0.63 WHIP in 2 games versus the Padres. He's absolutely cooked them, right? If you look at the stats, you're just like, Logan, I mean, that's screaming that Gonsolin, you should take an under in this one. But guys, I mean, I really do think Gonsolin, even with great numbers against San Diego, there will be run opportunities. These Padres hitters are coming in, first of all, with hot bats, right? They did it against Kershaw. Why can't they do it against Gonsolin? And they've actually seen Gonsolin pretty well. If you look at the numbers, right? Grisham hitting .400 with a home run. Manny Machado, .273. Juan Soto, .333. And Jurickson Profar hitting .500. There are a lot of bats on that Padres lineup that can hit Gonsolin, and that can definitely, get some extra base hit opportunities versus Tony Gonsolin, even though statistically he has pitched well versus them. I could see him slipping up. And if they carry that offensive momentum over from, hitting Clayton Kershaw, an all-time great, against Tony Gonsolin, like, I've seen crazier things than that, right? I've seen several pitchers absolutely own a team in the regular season, and then come postseason, the team just figures it out. They put on they make whatever sort of adjustments they need. And that's what I think the Padres are going to do versus, Tony Gonsolin today. I think there's a lot of run opportunities and 2 really hot offenses in this one. So I'm going to take the over 3.5 total runs in the first 5 innings as my pick today. But Austin, what do you got for us?
So Logan, I really love that pick because, like you kind of talked about, both those pitchers could give us 4 runs on each side, and like we talked about previously, the over/under for the full game sitting at 7.5. We haven't seen them set a lot of 7.5 over/unders in the postseason, and every time they do, they almost always go over. So hopefully that trend continues, or at least the first 5 goes over. Now, my play, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because if you watch yesterday's video, I got to run it back. I'm going with the Guardians money line again, plus 126 now on FanDuel. Yesterday was plus 120, plus 125 ish. We'll take the plus 126. I don't need to hammer it into your guys' brain. If you want to watch my full analysis, go watch yesterday's video. But like I said, nasty Nestor Cortez on the mound for the Yankees today, and he's been good at home, 1.95 ERA, 0.82 whip, but the Guardians have been hitting lefties pretty well all season long, especially over the last 4 weeks, the 4th best batting average in the MLB. I think they can get up some runs on Nestor Cortez, and 1 or 2 runs might be enough through the first couple innings, and then have to rely on maybe another run against the Yankees bullpen. The over-under for this game is sitting at 6, so they're not expecting a lot of runs to come in this one. And look at who's pitching for one last note, Cortez hasn't pitched since October 1st, so it could be a little rusty coming in here. Now Shane Bieber's on the mound for the Guardians, and it's probably the only guy I really want to trust betting on the Guardians money line because he's their best pitcher. They're 13-5 straight up on the road when that we see Shane Bieber on the mound. And like I talked about yesterday, I feel like this line will be minus 180, minus 190 if the Yankees were a surefire bet to take home and easily win this game. I think they're giving a lot of respect to Shane Bieber, even though the Guardians bats have been very quiet so far in the postseason. I just don't think they're handing out free money on the Yankees like a lot of people might think. I think they're going to get a win for the Guardians early on in the slate. We're going to see people starting to chase the Dodgers, who are barely money line favorites, and then we might see the Padres win that game, which kind of segues into our parlay of the day, Logan. And then we'll talk about the Braves game and Phillies game as well. We're going Guardians and Padres money line, the 2 of the 3 underdogs today, plus 361. Look, we think these guys can extend the series and at least win some games. It's MLB. Anything can happen any given day. But Logan, since we haven't talked about the other game on the slate, we want to give our leans for Phillies versus Braves. I want you to start off. Now, I do want to know Aaron Nola expected on the mound for the Phillies. We don't know who's going to pitch for the Braves as we record this. We're recording this late Tuesday night. Supposed to be Spencer Strider, maybe start in the beginning. Maybe we get Charlie Morton full game. We have no idea, but who do you kind of lean towards this one?
Yeah, not knowing the starting pitcher for the Braves does add a little bit of mystery behind this pick. But my initial just like gut line read is kind of telling me Braves in this one. I think the Braves are going to steal one even with Aaron Nola on the mound. Look, they were able to get to Zach Wheeler, in their last game. And I think that was big for that Braves momentum and the confidence. I know it is a change of scenery in the lovely city of Philadelphia. I know Philly fans might charge me with a pitchfork if I pick against the Phillies one more time. But guys, when I pick you, you lose. So I will do you a favor and pick Braves in this one. I think the Braves have a lot of capable bats. There's a lot of pitcher familiarity, on the side. And I think whatever they look at what they've done versus Nola, I think they're going to make the adjustments. And I mean, that's what it is all about this time of year. It's about, okay, we saw this guy plenty in the regular season. Can we get to Aaron Nola? Really good strikeout specialist, really good pitcher. Can we get to him in the postseason at the plus value price? I definitely think it's worth a play in this one.
Yeah, and I'm going to take a stab at the Phillies, Logan. Identical picks to what we did in the series. I think the Phillies have a good chance to get this one, and then we're going to see the Braves win Game 4 and go to Game 5, where I do think the Braves will end up winning that one. But kind of for the reasons you said, these two offenses, hit or miss. They've seen their opposing pitcher, whoever it is, a good amount of times. I think the Phillies just bounce back here and win this one. I think it's very similar to, that Dodgers-Padres game where you're seeing the Padres barely as underdogs, and I think a lot of people are going to rush. We're going to see tons of Braves and probably Yankees and probably Dodgers moneyline parlays. If that hits, I don't know anything about sports betting because that just has no chance. So I think the Phillies got a chance. Their offense obviously shut out last game. So I think they bounce back here. We don't see offenses go that cold, back-to-back games. And returning home, they know how to hit in their own home ballpark. And I like Nola more than I like either if it's Strider, who's coming off an oblique injury, not going to be 100%, or if it's Morton, who I know. Morton, I don't like trusting him. He can leave pitches over the middle of the plate and they can send it into the bleachers. So that's why we're just leans on these games. So we don't really know what's going to happen, but hopefully it's a good game.
Yeah, I think it definitely is going to be a good game. And look, I've seen some square things hit in the playoffs. I've seen a square odds boost happen with Yu Darvish and Clayton Kershaw pick. But I will definitely go out on a limb and I say I've seen it all. If those three favorites win all on the same day, that's a really square parlay. And I'd be shocked if it hit. But yeah, this is baseball. Expect the unexpected.
Yeah, that's 100%. So our 2 plays of the day: Dodgers, Padres over 3.5 runs, and Guardians money line. Let's continue this 10-3 run we've been on so far in the MLB. Parlay of the day, like we said earlier, Guardians and Padres both taking it home plus 361. You can read exactly why we like the Padres on Odds Jam. The link's at the top of the description. Appreciate you guys as always. 2 videos are popping up on the screen. The one above Logan's face is college football. The one above my face is NFL. Go check those out. A lot of action-packed videos coming your guys' way. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.